Hi, I'm Kevin Emerton and I'm the pre-professional year teacher at the upper school. Many different highlights from my time with the Royal Ballet would have been sort of working with dancers, choreographers, teachers, musicians. So it was a really rounded experience. I think some of the highlights sort of role-wise, Rhapsody, I think it was just a really nice moment for me working with, 6 men, 6 women and a part of their couple. And I just think the togetherness, the amount of time you spend in the studio, and then there's that moment just before curtain up and then the music comes in with Rachmaninoff, and there's that moment you just feel sort of so pleasant and grand, sort of almost ethereal in a way. And I think, yeah, just that feeling of being at one on stage with a group of dancers was really special. And I would say my other highlight was Hilarion, just because I was able to show a difference in character and sort of be myself and create a different essence and vulnerability on the stage to try and create a connection with the audience. What drew me to teaching? I think there was always sort of a need sort of to develop, and I think I've always wanted to give something back at the end of my career. I think I've always tried to take one thing or a tiny thing from each person I've met, whether it's good or bad or just anything that really I can embody to then pass on to the next generation. I had so many wonderful teachers at the Royal Ballet. I think we sort of have a guest teacher every week, so we've been very fortunate. But as some of the main influences from my teaching anyway, not necessarily as a dancer, but it would be Boris Akimov, just the passion, the energy that he brought to the studio whenever he was here. Loipe Orojo, now with San Fran, just the commitment and dedication is just something that I can really admire. And then Andre Clem from the Paris Opera, just the clicking and the drive and encouragement in the studio. And then from the Royal Ballet, Brian Maloney just has helped so many dancers, and he engages with everyone on a day-to-day basis. Some of the mentors that I've really had in the last few years have been Sarah Daltrey. She's actually one of the managers on the teacher training of the diploma. And just her encouragement, her warmth, the generosity and time, I think it's really just shaped me and gave me belief in what I do and helped me transition, especially from being a dancer to a teacher. There's been so many moments that have been truly rewarding, but I think it's probably getting to know all the students and just creating a space. I think ballet can be quite vulnerable when you're dancing out there on your own, even in an exercise, but I think it's creating that moment that they can actually do things wrong, grow, learn, and then speak positively to themselves after it to then encourage them to go further. But actually seeing them grow day by day has been truly special. I think maybe the one thing I would like to instill when they leave, especially after graduation, is just don't be afraid to be themselves. And that doesn't mean going against the book and being rowdy, but it's actually being honest to themselves. Don't let their ego take over. Be humble, but also know that you are able to show yourselves on the stage, because it's actually about bringing their light to any company they go to.